Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sanya, and in today's video I wanted to talk about a very important topic, which is a few mistakes which beginners make when they begin to meditate. Mistake number 1: jumping right into meditation without understanding what is the base of meditation. Why are you even doing it? So first thing I feel is, if you don't know why you're meditating, find out why you are doing it. If you're doing it for the peace of mind, be very clear with your intentions that this is what you're looking for when you sit and meditate. Otherwise, what you'll think is meditation is all about sitting down, closing your eyes, and focusing on your breath. It's not like that. You'll not be able to cultivate what you want. Now, mistake number 2 is ignoring your physical space. Most of the times, we feel that you just have to get up in the morning and sit for meditation after, let's say, having a cup of coffee or just a glass of water. But it's very important that you dedicate one specific space for meditating, because that is where you're building your energy. And if you're able to do that, there is nothing like it. It's like you're going to the temple of your own mind. And if you have a specific place for it, which is neat and clean, and you're making sure that the only thing that you do there is just meditate, that is how it is going to help you a lot. And if you don't do that, for example, let's say you are on your bed and you just get up in the morning, and then you think that maybe you should start meditating on your bed itself. What will happen? You were lying down there, your energy was completely stagnant, and when we meditate, we try to refresh our energy into something better. So if we want to refresh ourselves with the new energy of the universe or God, we have to move ourselves from the position of the stagnant energy to something which is more positive, like maybe a dedicated space, or go into the garden and do it. It should be one particular specific place. Third mistake that people do is overloading the mind. When we go sit and meditate, many beginners try to suppress or control their thoughts very forcefully, because they think if they'll forcefully stop their thoughts, they'll be able to achieve peace. But meditation is exactly the opposite. Meditation is something which will allow us to feel what we're feeling, to not fight with the emotions, to just be present with them, observe them, and slowly create a distance between us and the thoughts. So, this is a practice that you have to repeatedly do, only then you'll be able to reach to that level. But if you are a beginner, it will be very difficult for you to understand what happens when you're separated from you and your thoughts. So, let's take it this way. You're just sitting and you're meditating. Suddenly, you have a thought which comes to you of the last fight that you had with your close friend or your family member, let's say. What to do in that moment? Feel what you're feeling, and once that feeling has dissipated, because our thoughts are very fleeting, right? They keep coming and keep going. Just be there with them. Don't fight it. If you fight it, it will come even with more strong force. So, meditation is about practicing what you're feeling and then letting it go by itself, by not fighting it. And if you're really struggling with some situation in your life which is kind of really troubling you, maybe that's why you started to meditate, then there are a lot of processes that you can take help from. And I've also shared one tool, which is a tantra to organize your subconscious mind, which I'll link in the description. There is one pro tip which I would like to give you, that in the 8 limbs of Yoga Sutra, there is one step which is pranayam. So after yam, niyam, asan, and then pranayam, this is where your breathing techniques or breath work will come into picture, and it will help you release the overwhelming thoughts from your mind. One of those pranayam methods that I really like is Nadi Shodhan, which is alternate nostril breathing. We also call it Anulom Vilom. It helps us balance our right and left hemisphere of the brain. So it's something which brings in a lot of energy from the moon and sun, and it helps us activate the most important nadi which is there within all of us, which is Sushumna Nadi. So for those who understand these things, The left and right nostril belong to Ida and Pingala. And then there is this Sushumna Nadi which gets activated when you try to balance your nostrils using this pranayam technique, and it really helps you calm your mind down. But this is just the third mistake that I'm talking about. Let's dive into the next one. So mistake 4 is about forcing concentration. So according to the 8 limbs of Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, after Yam Niyam Asana Pranayam comes Pratyahar, which we'll talk about later, and then comes Dharana. So Dharana means concentration. When we don't know how to concentrate, how will we be able to meditate? Because meditation comes right after concentration, and it's a whole science of concentrating. You need to start very gently with yourself. Understand how concentration works, and for this I will link one very beautiful book down below which talks only about how to focus, and it will lead you into concentration. So it's Power of Unwavering Focus by Dandapani, and I always recommend this book. But if you are somebody who doesn't want to read, I have also created a little bit of steps to learn how to focus, and I'll link it again above. There are several steps which are there where we'll first understand how the awareness in the mind flows. So you can start by just picking one mantra or a candle flame, or maybe just focusing on your breath. But there is a way to do it, and you should be able to understand where exactly your awareness is at a particular moment of your meditation. So if you are lost during meditation and then you're gone with one thought, let's say, then you're coming back, you should be able to catch yourself that okay, now I've gone to some other place and now I've come back. So what is happening inside your mind? You should be able to tell exactly, this is where I got lost. Why did I get lost? And when you come back, what is happening exactly? So I've explained all these things in one of my videos, which you would like to also go through. And eventually, I've also talked about the 3 layers of the mind, which is the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. So I'll again link it above, but it's something with a series. So first you understand how your mind works, then you understand how you can resolve the patterns in your subconscious mind, and then you'll understand what are the 3 layers of your mind and how to reach your super consciousness. So all these 3 things together are required to be able to successfully meditate. So if you are someone who really wants to meditate, I would highly recommend that you watch those videos. So mistake number 5 is very common. A lot of people go sit meditate in the places which are noisy. It's not really recommended because it will make your life more difficult. So it's better that you choose a spot which is calm, and if you think burning a candle with some essential oils is going to help you, then go for it. Mistake number 6 is being inconsistent. If you'll be not meditating regularly every day and you want to see the results, it will never happen. Everything is a result of our own karma, and you have to have a sufficient balance in your karmic book to have a certain amount of results. So always think of it like, if you want to reap the benefits of meditation, you have to meditate for certain hours, or let's say certain days. And it's not about hours as well, it's about being consistent every day, even if it's just for 5 to 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if you sit for hours if you're not able to focus eventually. So it's very important. If you're able to focus only for 5 minutes when you're meditating, that is enough. So just try to incorporate it in your daily life. Mistake number 7 that a lot of people do is they get really impatient with the results and they want instant results. It's not your Instagram reel that you'll just watch and be instantly gratified. All these practices, which are yogic practices, they really develop a lot of patience in you. They develop good human qualities in you with time, and patience is one of them. So if you don't have patience, you will never be able to meditate and you'll never be able to see the result. For a prolonged state of bliss or joy in your life, you need to give it more time and trust the process. Mistake number 9 that a lot of people make is underestimating the power of intention. meditation is about feeling. It's about transforming yourself into something better. And when you sit and meditate, you are converting your current energy into something which is more powerful, more beautiful, and better than it was earlier. So, if you don't have any specific intention for a particular day, then you need to set it first. For example, you want to sit for meditation to build courage, or maybe you want to increase self awareness, or maybe gratitude, or maybe you want to get rid of the emotional pains that you have. But you need to know why you're sitting and meditating. Only then you will be able to stay focused when you're meditating. Now, mistake number 10 is extremely common, that people skip reflecting upon how their meditation went. So every time when you're meditating, don't just get up and go for some other work, because you're losing out on a very huge opportunity. It's a missed opportunity for you. It's very important that you do some little bit of journaling, maybe, or just simply sit for some time quietly to just feel and take that energy all into yourself. And that's how you'll be able to reap the benefits in your daily life. It's something that can transform your life, and it has done mine. That's why I created this channel. So that's all for today's video. Meditation, again, it's, as I've already said, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about aligning your thoughts, actions, and lifestyle in one particular line. Whatever you feel, you do, and that's what you see. I feel that it gives us a lot of power to know ourselves and eventually lead us towards God realization in life, which comes with practice. But only when you spend some time into learning how to meditate or sitting for meditation every day, that is when it's going to give you a lot of benefits. So that's it for today's video. Until next time, take care and happy meditating.